This is not a kid-friendly show.
Yo, what's going on, my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. So we're going to go over something again to do with the Game Jam. So after Game Jam, post-Game Jam stream, Jagex did a couple overviews about what was talked about throughout the Game Jam, but they also revealed something that is also in the works, and that is a Karamja rework. So I'm going to show a picture on screen right now. It's basically what's going to be on for the rest of the screen, so you can just listen to my voice if you just want to, and you can also just check out the screenshot as well. But you can see here, now the thing different about this versus like the reworks we've been seeing in the past is that they're going to be reusing old assets. For you see on the shoreline in the new rework is taking from the shorelines that we've seen on the Ark region, Uncharted Isles, etc. So they're going to be taking those kinds of assets and reapplying them in different areas, which will allow for the reworks to come faster in certain areas, which I'm all for, and I don't mind them reusing these assets. They look nice, they look great, and for an area like Karamja, it's perfectly fine. Now, they said that they're going to use this technique of using old assets, or not necessarily old, but reusing assets, to apply to graphical reworks that aren't necessarily focal points, and they could be doing this and pump out the reworks at a faster rate for things that are less trafficked, like things that are not cities. For example, Karamja is a prime example. They can utilize already created assets to beef them up and just bring them in line with modern day graphics, which I'm all for. There's a ton of areas in the game that with a small touch up like this can bring those less crowded, less traveled areas more in line with the modern game and just give it a good feel. It's kind of weird when you see these high graphics areas compared to these low graphics areas. When you're walking through the main game area, it kind of throws you off when you see different levels of detail as you progress through the game. So I think this is a great technique to cover much more graphical reworks in areas that don't necessarily need a whole big amount of dev time to make them look better. So let me know what you guys think about this. One other thing they do note though is specifically with Karamja, when you're doing things like this, they don't have assets that will work for the buildings. While they can do things like environmental areas because they do have the assets to recreate those, they don't have buildings. So specifically Karamja, they're going to have to model new buildings or find some kind of other way around it. And just know that going forward, if you're thinking about areas that you want to see changed, buildings are definitely something to be considered as they don't have all the assets for those kinds of things. With that out of the way, like I said, I'm excited to see these graphical changes. Karamja specifically is looking really cool with the modern day Ark region type aesthetic. Let me know what you guys think, and any areas that you wouldn't mind seeing a minor tweak just to be in modern line day of graphics and doesn't necessarily need a huge overhaul like we've seen in things like Falador, Port Sarim, Catherby, etc. Let me know what kind of areas you want to see. Anyways, that wraps it up for the video. If you'd like to hit that like button, if you're not subscribed yet, you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape, you're already in the right place, so hit that subscribe button. I promise to keep you up to date, my dogs. Anyways, I am out. I appreciate you watching. Peace.